Hi, I'm Nina Boski, and welcome to LifeBites, where each and every week we'll get you inspired in the areas of life, business, and media. We'll help you dare, dream, do, and be so you can get out of your head into your soul in order to tune in and take a bite. This week, we are getting you business inspired. Well, welcome everybody to this week's Business Inspired. Usually I am talking to somebody, but today I want to talk about a topic that relates very much to business, and it's the business of sales. It's actually the energy of sales. I know for myself in my sales career with sales managers, general managers, presidents, etc., it was always about the numbers. You're only as good as your last sale. But here's the thing, and I want this to be very specific to sales managers, people that are running sales teams. If you are so focused on the numbers, after a while, your sales team, just by the basis of what and how our brains work, we start to get robotic. So if you're always just jumping in and saying, what about those numbers? What about those numbers? Where are your numbers? Where are those sales, etc.? All they hear is this background. And so you're not really motivating your sales team. So today I want to point something out to you. That if you're finding that your sales are a little slow, a little sluggish, you can't quite motivate your sales team, I want you to start to look at the energy of sales. Every salesperson has a different style and a different way of doing what they do and how they do it. The key here is to look at the energy in which they're creating those sales. Because if I'm just focused on the numbers and I can't get your numbers up, get your numbers up, get your numbers up, I, as a salesperson, am only going to hear, get your numbers up, get your numbers up, get your numbers up. And I'm not really dealing with the energy behind either the resistance, the sabotaging, or maybe I'm just not qualified completely yet. I'm not sure of myself. I need more confidence. So do you see that if I'm constantly looking at the numbers aren't really the issue necessarily. We got to go under the hood a little bit and find out what the real issues are. And what is the energy in which a salesperson is creating? So what I find is that there's several kind of archetypes or personality types that salespeople have. You've heard of the shark salesperson, right? The shark that just goes for it at all costs, just zooms and gets the sale. Cutthroat, okay, shark. There might be the tiger or the lion or the hunter that's going to go and hunt for sales. They're really good at prospecting and getting in front of a potential buyer. Then there's the fox. And the fox is a little bit more sly. The fox knows how to get people to do what they want. And that's a very effective salesperson. But then you might have the dolphin. The dolphin is the fun, playful one that gets everybody's attention. That's going to say, let me entertain you. Okay. And they're going to have fun and people are going to want to be around them. A lot of times that's your relationship salesperson. Then you have the squirrel. The squirrel's like your hoarder, your farmer. They're constantly going out and farming their accounts. They're taking their little nuts and they're going and burying them for a later date. And then there's the turtle. The turtle is slow but steady. And that's not necessarily a bad characteristic to have. The key here is it isn't one personality or archetype fits all. Maybe there's a time that you need to be that shark. Maybe there's that time that you need to be the dolphin and you need to show up in a different way. Maybe there's a time you need to put on that fox hat and you need to be really smart about how you're going to get what you want. Sales is about energy. And when I use those animal types to describe the different sales types, You instantly had an image that came into your head, and then you had a feeling that matched that image. When we're trying to motivate and trying to inspire our salespeople, I want you to think about more than just the numbers. Are the numbers important? Absolutely. But if you're keep on saying numbers, 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 and you're not getting anywhere, look at the energy of the salesperson. And if you are a salesperson watching this, then you need to tap into your own energy and ask yourself a couple of questions. Why aren't I motivated? What is really happening behind or beyond these numbers? Why aren't I getting to the numbers that I know I can get to, particularly if you're a qualified salesperson? So a lot of times it could be mindset. I'm just not in the mindset. I'm just not motivated. Maybe something happened personally in your life that's kind of tripping you up a little bit. And that happens to all of us. Maybe it is I'm not clear and skilled enough on the product knowledge. Maybe I don't even know how to ask for the deal and close the deal. So I get scared and I hesitate. So all of this starts to form how we show up. So energy of sales can also apply to customer service. And what do I mean by that? Just happened to me the other day. I'm calling up a company, a very well-known company, and I think I'm getting to customer service, but I get to sales. And I said, well, maybe I should talk to somebody technical, because the minute he opened up and started talking, before I even said what my problem was, I could tell by his energy that he wasn't going to be that helpful. How do I know? He didn't even say anything yet. How do I know? Because his energy was talking before he was. For whatever reason, this part of the sales equation hasn't been talked about a lot in corporate America and sales teams across the country. And I know when I'm working with salespeople, I know when I'm talking to just about anybody, it's not what you create that is as important as the energy in which you create it. So if you are a sales manager, a president, a business owner, and you're running a sales team, you got to get beyond the numbers. You got to go under the hood a little bit and ask yourself, what kind of energy is this person showing up with? Are they showing up with a can-do attitude? Are they showing up with excuses? Oh, it's the economy. Oh, it's this company. Oh, it's the pandemic. Is the mindset of that salesperson in the right place? And if you are a salesperson, you've got to check in with yourself and ask yourself, what is my energy saying about me today? Because for me to attract those numbers, I'm going to have to know my product. I'm going to have to communicate my product. I'm going to have to share that with the customer or the potential customer. I'm going to have to listen and get curious about what that person's needs are. So am I showing empathy and compassion and caring, or am I going right to the sale? Am I telling them how great I am versus listening and learning about the person who you're trying to sell to? Doing is a very big part of sales because it's the consistency of doing that will get you there. But it's the energy and the passion that's going to keep you there. So what I'd like you to think about this week is, if you're running a sales team, I want you to ask yourself, why aren't the numbers increasing? And if they are, fantastic. Just look at the energy of sales and then the salespeople. The energy of sales, not just the person, the energy of sales. What is your company's energy about? Is it giving off a product that is vivacious and is, I am here to help you and solve your problems? Or is it like a company that I was coaching about a month and a half ago? I literally, you'd call up the company and they'd answer the phone just with the name, not even hello. What does that say? Does that say I care? Absolutely not. The energy is, why are you wasting my time? And they were successful in spite of themselves. So just imagine if they just cleaned up their customer service, if they cleaned up how they greet people. So this affects a complete organization. Every person in the organization, the energy makes up the culture, and the culture that you're trying to create is that energy that either is manufactured and created by you, the people, intentionally, or it'll end up being created unintentionally, and it'll be a mishmash of everybody's personalities and everybody's energy. When energy's flowing in a flow of direction, hopefully forward, everybody's unified. When my energy's over here and somebody else's energy's over there and somebody else's energy's over there, it gets all convoluted. And then especially when we're working in either remote or hybrid environments, the energy of sales has to be there. You got to be able to feel me beyond this computer. Am I excited about what I'm selling? Or am I just trying to get to the numbers? We've got to step up our game and not just think about the mechanics of sales, but the energy of sales. So think about that this week. Think about you as the sales manager getting beyond the hood of just the numbers. And if you are a salesperson or an entrepreneur, you're going to have to ask yourself, where is my energy? You can't say, I am a winner, and then fall back and not live that winning life. You can't say, I'm top dog, and sit on your you-know-what all day long. You've got to match the energy with the action. I hope that makes sense, because this is a really important part of sales that I think gets missed a lot. So think about that. The energy in which you create is more important than what you're actually creating. Have a wonderful week. I'm Nina Boski for LifeBites Business Inspired. And remember to take a bite out of life before life takes a bite out of you.